Hello, it's been a couple of days since I last did that last video. I'm actually out, it's about 9:20 in the evening here. I'm actually scouting out locations for a wild camp. Where we live in the countryside, and it's full of surroundings of fields, and that's actually not our field, but we rent the field to put that big guy there. My brother-in-law rents the field, and see, if I was to go camping around these parts, I couldn't tell anybody, least of all my wife. You think, well, you should tell you. No drift there. You should tell your wife, Joe, where you're at, because then if something happens and you ring her in the middle of the night to say you've been hunted by a man with a machete, she knows where you're at. No, my wife's family, no. Because chances are, if I tell my wife where I'm camping, she'll tell her mother. And what'll her mother do? She'll tell her son, my wife's brother, my brother-in-law. And him and his father, my father-in-law, all these in-laws, will come. And they will be the guy with the machete, a chainsaw or whatever, to scare the living daylights out of me. So no, I won't be telling my wife where I'm camping. But we're leaving here in a matter of weeks. We have bought a house where we're going to be moving into our house very, very soon. But I'm scouting out little areas here because there's a car park just up here, a doctor's surgery just up here. This would be a great place, because if I was just up in through here, yes, Sam would be coming to feed the ram, but he doesn't necessarily come into the field. He goes over there to that. It's an old bath, but he uses it as a feeding truck for the ram. Now, I don't expect to get some midnight loving from the ram in the middle of the night, because chances are, look, he's over there now, so he's not coming near me. So if I was up in there in the corner, I wouldn't be seen, and I could park the car. This is how close the car park is. Well, it's not really. It's actually way up there. It's not even. It's like 10 yards. 15 yards. The thing is, that's private land. But it looks like a great place. I could do a wild camp. There's these fields, which I know the landowners. You know, I could camp in there. Grass is a little bit long. Bring out the nets and the midgies and the mozzies and the all that nice stuff like fleas and spiders. There was a big spider came out from underneath our wardrobe this evening. This is a guy who wants to start wild camping in a bivvy bag. I screamed like a lassie. I did. I screamed. So it was just too much for me. And it was a bit. I'd say the body size was about that size, and the leg span was about that, so it was like a baby tarantula. But I did pause for a second there, but it wasn't very long. Just want to show you. Look, there's hazel here. There's hazelwood there, so I could make tripods and stuff for hanging, for cooking. Look at this. There's actually a place just in there behind the fence. See, I could park the car here in a wide open space. Now, this is where it might get tricky, because there's wire. And I didn't want to end up like somebody from Goose Green. Barbed wire. But there's a whole place in there I could bivvy camp. You know, if it's going to be, if I come early, or if I come late and leave, if I come about 9 o'clock, and come back or leave about 7 or 5 or 6. Could maybe camp along there or along here. There's a little sort of there's a bankment there, hides you from the road. And I'm lying flat up against the fence, and it's dark. No one's gonna see me. Look, I got burned with the sun today. I had no cream on. Looks all over my head as well. Look at that sunset. Probably can't with this stupid phone. Come on. Look at that, isn't that lovely? There's a little old Anglican church here. So bring that back up again to normal. Yeah. I bought a thing. We have a regatta store here in the north coast of Northern Ireland, and it's called the Porch Stewart Clothing Company. I could bivvy camp in there and along them trees. Yes. And chances are I could put a, what do we call it? Wait, let's show you. Wait, I'll show you. Chances are there's no security cameras, hopefully. I think, what's that guy out doing there? But if you look here, there is a tree there, and a tree there might not be long enough for a hammock, I suppose. But I mean, put a bivvy in between those two trees. Sorted. What was I saying? Yes, the Porch Stewart Clothing Company sells regatta stuff at cheap prices. Now, the one or two things fit me because I'm a big guy, as you can see. A lot of them doesn't, but a lot of it doesn't. But I mean, bought a thing in there today, retail price of £50, got it for a £5. Could be better, but it's a mid layer, and it fits me. It really does. Very, very stretchy, so you know you could fit myself and put my wife in it as well. But no, it's a great place, and I've seen a lot of camping gear there. I've seen bags and stuff, and I know there's a camping shop in my local town of Ballymoney, and you know, I've bought a cup out of there, and they're going to bring in bivvy bags very soon, and you know, they've tents and ground sheets and tarps. They're bringing in tarps. I meant to say not bivvy bags, tarps. They're bringing in tarps, and something similar to the sill tarp one from Rab. But yeah, it's all good. But look at this. This really is a lovely evening. Yeah, nice for a walk. Don't live too far down there. From this church, which is over there, to where we live currently, down there is about half a mile. Not too bad. And a wee stroll. It's good for you. It's good for the heart. Plus, I'm scouting out places to bivvy camp. When I was younger, graveyards used to frighten me, and one of your biggest scares is to be left alone in a graveyard at night. And there is a graveyard over there. Because I've never wild camped before, and I never really camped before growing up. That's a long story, guys. It doesn't bother me in the sense that I know there's going to be nobody walking about, because they're dead. You know, they're in one of two places. They're either up there, if you believe in heaven and hell. They're either up there or down there. They're not going to be wandering about. Look at the crows. You missed them. I missed the crow. Oh, there they look. They're not crows, they're maybe sparrows. Anyway, yes, they're not going to be wandering about. What would bother me more would be people telling me to clear off. No, I found a good place to camp and I may just do that. This is a doctor's surgery, by the way. The doctor's surgery. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Chat to you on the next video.